Hey guys, my name is Simpzy. Welcome back to some more Third Age Total War. We're playing as Arnor on the massively overhauled sub mod, which is MOS. So guys, let's get straight and right back into the campaign. We currently have Aragon here, who's besieging Minas Morgul. We're going to be having that battle in today's part. We've also got some reinforcements here, but King Aragon's army's got a lot of Gondorian volunteers, which Gondor gave to us, which is absolutely fantastic. Battle ready Dunedain, got some elves as well, so a nice well-rounded Arnor, Gondor sort of army. Obviously have Minas Tirith. We managed to gift Calandros, Henneth An. I thought it was Henneth Anduin. Anyway, we managed to give this settlement and Easternos Gileath for Minas Tirith, which I'm quite surprised they still accepted. We're currently recruiting some Arnor men-at-arms, Arnor infantry, and Arnor pikemen as well. Now, you might be wondering why you being so aggressive against Mordor or pushing against Minas Morgul. Well, if you haven't watched the last couple of parts, Gandalf has the One Ring, so we're going to be hopefully pushing and getting a foothold into Mordor, because once we've done that, through this corridor here, Minas Morgul, and take this settlement here, we can push upon Mount Doom and destroy Mordor, which is really exciting. The first time I've ever had the One Ring in a Third Age campaign. However, I've just found out that you can't head straight to Mordor. You have to wait for the Council of Elrond to be called the White Council. So we're going to move to Imladris or Rivendell, and once it's called, we basically just have to accept the mission before we can head off and do it, which is not too bad. We need to push my ships up, so we're doing that now as well. Let's look to the north against the Orcs of the Gundabad. Ruske. This seems awfully Russian, this sort of name. 2 turns remaining before we starve them out. We might as well. There's not actually many of them there. Right, let's have a look here as well. Count Count. If you've watched Vikings, that just reminded me of that. Count Udur. I think his name was Count Udur, I think. But, spoilers for Vikings, I won't go into who that is. But if you're a Vikings fan, so am I. Right, so we're going to be pushing against the last of the Gundabad. We're going to pushing on past here. Okay, let's have the battle of... I think we can take it this time. I haven't actually checked. Yep. Minas Morgul. If we go with a night attack, that eliminates them. 1 lot of Orc Band, 1 lot of Guard. Orcs, 2 Yorks, 2 Catapults as well. 4-3, let's fight this one on the field. Huge fan of Travis Fimmel. Ragnar Lothbrok, a Australian, as well as me. But we're going to obviously continue to push against Mordor. We've got them on the back foot. I've never actually seen Gondor and Dale. I've seen some Dale armies here and there be so aggressive against them, which is awesome. But it's pretty dark here at the moment. Can't see much. It's actually not too bad, but I'm trying to think, should I turn up the brightness or if it's worth it or not. It's just a little bit dark. We might have to. Now, I haven't besieged Minas Morgul for quite a long time. So is there a gate? Yes, there is a gate. There's a reinforced gate. There's also 2 reinforced gates. So that's the only thing that's going to be useful is the rams, the ladders, and the siege towers can be left. So how far can we push up the deployment zone? Oh wow, we can push it like all the way up to there. But I think that's as far as it will go holding the siege equipment. But we'll move the Gondorian volunteers. They are better at the moment than my just stock standard spearmen, so that's why we're using them. But it's quite cool how in mods you can just have such a variety of units. I know in my Rohan campaign I always use this as an example. I have dwarves fighting for me, which is superb. Alright, let's move everyone up. Archers, ballista, we might as well keep you at the back there. Who else hasn't been pushed up? My ballista and my archers. My archers aren't really going to be helping overly that much. But we'll get the men just to rally up and regroup, so it's nicely to see. I don't usually like being in the group because then their deployment's usually locked. And they do have catapults. But once we take Minas Morgul, I wonder if it changes to Minas Ithil. some thunder and lightning. Obviously it changes to Minas Ithil if Gondor takes it. However, does it change to it if Eriador takes it? But guys, if you still are enjoying this Arnor campaign, please leave a like. I would really much appreciate it. And subscribe if you haven't already to keep up to date with the campaign and future uploads on my channel. Got a lot more exciting stuff to come with this Arnor campaign. It's turning out to be one of my favourites in the fact that I've never in any of my Third Age campaigns found the One Ring. And I was incredibly lucky to do so. We're currently besieging the settlement of Khan Dum, which is ours, and we just stumbled across it. As soon as we were deploying, I was actually starving them out for 8 or so turns, and then all of a sudden, boom, the One Ring was there. But these Gondorian infantry are pretty good, if I do say so myself. And then we've got the battle-ready Dunedain. They obviously are our kin, but yes, hopefully we'll be able to defeat Mordor. Victory conditions wise, we currently need 40 regions plus some specific settlements. I've actually had a look. I have all the specific settlements, so we don't need to worry about that. Orcs of the Misty Mountain have been destroyed, which are on my victory conditions. So we just need to finish off the Orcs of the Gundabad. And hopefully, it's going to be a pretty hard battle pushing into Mordor. I've never done it before. And hopefully, Gandalf has to... I'm just trying to get the best camera angle here. But we have to wait at the foot of Mount Doom for 5 turns. Once we've done that, Mordor will be destroyed, and I imagine all those settlements will turn to rebel. So that gives us a chance to go for the victory conditions. And probably the quickest of my Third Age campaigns. I've only finished a couple of them, because my High Elves campaign, spoiler, actually turned out to be a fail in the end. Mordor got way too strong. There was no way. Well, I could have actually. I didn't find the One Ring. High King Elrond was assassinated at Edoras, and both his sons were killed at the Battle of Minas Tirith, and actually lost the campaign from that. Glorfindel was killed as well, but that campaign was awesome up until the very end. Rohan-wise, I think Mordor were just way too strong. There's no way I could beat them. I know I finished my Mordor campaign. Dale as well. Can't remember what happened to Dale. I'm pretty sure I finished the Minor Victory. Gondor I finished though. Sylvan Elves and Dwarves I finished. Okay, 60%. Let's get ready to charge. Let's just hope these catapults don't absolutely just get a couple of shots off and wreck me. Brave men of Gondor. They actually have troll catapults, so we're going to have to watch out for them. Bloody hell, I actually missed that shot. Just get in there and start killing them. Far out, they're just absolutely rinsing this unit. Oh, get in there. I might actually need my archers. What are these? They're just mountain trolls. Oh, that wouldn't be too much. And they're only troll catapults. They shouldn't be too much of a problem. They're not like the Oligai. They should be absolutely running in there, these guys. But for some god-awful reason, they're not. Far out, how are these trolls doing? We've killed a few of them, but they've nearly destroyed a full unit of Gondorian volunteers. Men of Gondor, Eriador, and the Woodland Realm. I don't know why there's only 20 per unit. Like, that's so stupid. Why couldn't they just give me a full stack? Like, come on, you bastards. Right, let's move Aragon up. And then soon we'll get the mission to go attend the White Council. I'm really quite lucky that I found that out, simply because It would have been quite annoying if I fucking went all the way to Mordor and had to bring the One Ring all the way back. So a full unit took out nearly a full unit of trolls. Far out. Mind you, we did have to run past a lot of them. Not too bad of a trade-off though. But we're pushing. I would have been interested to see what the stats would compare. So is there any more troll catapults, or was there only one troll catapult? I think there was only one, the rest was just a normal catapult unit. We killed the troll there. Just the remaining catapult units. I might even fall this unit out just in case. Oh, fuck it. No, we'll fall it out just in case it gets destroyed. Where is Aragon? Okay. 8% to their 28. Seeing as they're trolls, I didn't think that was actually too bad of a job. And the elves have been, I don't know why the AI is just so aggressive in this campaign. Like, normally the Gondor AI isn't. Maybe it's just because I've intervened on multiple fronts. Obviously, I started the major conquest down in the south here, pushing back against Mordor. Dale's pushing. Rohan, I'm not really too sure how they're going with Isengard. Pretty average, I reckon. But the elves of Lorien, the Sylvan elves, and the High elves pushed into the Orcs of the Misty Mountain and basically defeated them for me, which is awesome. Alright, Aragon's here now, using his ability. But I could actually give this settlement for like a settlement plus swap sort of deal. But however, I do want to push. I do want to have a decent, like a way into Mordor, because we're going to have to sit below Mount Doom for 5 turns, which is going to be pretty difficult. But hopefully with the help of Minas Tirith, we'll be able to now recruit some decent Arnor units. I'm not too sure how many. We roughly have about 25 settlements. We still need a fair few more, but like I said, let's hope that they, obviously once you defeat Mordor, they instantly rebel, so we'll be able to snatch them up quite quickly. Now, I just bent down to see if I had any water in my glass. I'm feeling a little bit parched. But we're just pushing against these orcs, which is somewhat difficult. They are decent and better quality units than mine, especially spears. Spears obviously have high defense, low attack, so I hope that was the enemy general fallen, Captain Gorbag. Hopefully now that's making them be a little bit more shaken. I want to move Aragon up as much as possible. But yeah, these Gondor militia, they're not even Gondor militia, they're Gondor volunteers. They aren't the best, but they are better than my spear militia slightly. But as you see at Minas Tirith, we're starting to recruit some better quality units. I can't wait to get them into the action. Lord Aragon, son of Arathon, Isildur's heir, marches. I thought you had to take the ring to the Black Gate originally. I was saying at the other parts, I think. We'll have to take to the Black Gate, but no, we have to go to Mount Doom. Nothing really tactical here. Whoa, okay. This camera angle's interesting, I guess. I want to wait for that green to go. I wonder how cool it looks from up here. Interesting. How are we going? 13% of their 60, yeah. They are tearing through us. Bloody hell. Okay. Uruk Halbers. Moran Guard. Yeah, so good. Compared to my units, they're not that good, but the thing is, we might have reforged Arnor, however, we don't have the buildings and the population to surplus the castles and actually build the buildings to get decent units, unlike Gondor, who can just pour out citizen guards from Minas Tirith. Mind you, we have Minas Tirith now, but beforehand, and even, like, they also have, like, Peneth, Pelegrir and Dol Amroth and Tarnos and whatnot. Tarnos is not that good, but it's still pretty decent. Better than Amon Sul, like we have. But maybe that's why you need to reforge Arnor and turn 100. But however, you're still going to need to put money into those specific things. We're finally finishing off the last of the Uruks, or Uruks, however you'd like to say it. And Minas Morgul is ours. King Aragorn the Brave deployed 2,335 and lost 241 on the field. Captain Gorbag deployed 827 and lost that on the field as well. I am a friend of all enemies of the one. Frodo Baggins of herbs and stewed rabbit. Okay. Interesting quote. But like I said, does Minas Morgul, saying that Arnor has taken it, become Minas Ithil, because that's what it was before the Dark Lord seized it. So we will sack, I guess, because mostly going to be followers of Sauron. So they're going to be heavily against us religiously. Okay, right. Let's finish off just this unit here. We probably should move this other army up to come and help with the auto-resolve. 5-1. Mountain Trolls. But apart from that, 61. Probably would have lost a lot more if I actually played that. But we will repair the settlement. We'll see if Minas Morgul... Oh, I can obviously change the name of it. I forgot about that. Might be a sound idea. We'll put some more infantry in. Try replenish and swap them out a bit more. Should we push upon this settlement? Might as well. We have the advantage. We might as well keep pushing. Huh. Dawn Death. Easy victory. Clear victory. 86 men lost. That's our second Nazgul we've killed. The first was Ren the Unclean, but Dawn Death is a pretty good Nazgul, if I do say so myself. Right, let's move this archer unit up. And basically, we're going to sit here and hold this until the Council of Elrond is called. Now, what else was I going to do? Okay, I'm going to do a save, and then we'll take this settlement here. 10-3. Easy. Clear victory. 151 men lost compared to their 420. 420 blaze it, boys. Kush, kush. Smoke weed every day. Oh, Jesus. Right. Repair as well. We'll just leave a unit. Which unit? That'll be fine. What's their religion? Northmen, 40%. Followers of Sauron, 50. That's interesting. Right, we'll move Halbarad over to assist Cawdor. Count Odor. Oh, God, I'm funny. Right, Gandalf and the Prince, Aragorn's son, will push to Imladris to hopefully attend the White Council. Aragorn's going to sit here. Victory conditions wise, 27. We need 40. got all the specific settlements. Orcs of Misty Mountain have been destroyed. We need to finish the Orcs of the Gundabad. But if we can defeat Mordor, this little conquest has worked out quite well. But guys, I'm going to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. My name has been Simpzy. Stay tuned for more content on Simpzy Total War. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. And remember to have a fantastic rest of your day. Goodbye.